So I'm going to walk you through a way that the eighth grade team did their ATL narratives this year to maybe help you and save some time. So the first thing that you're going to do is create a Google form for the students to complete. And it's very important that they have their first name and their last name separated so that you're not putting in there the whole time their first and last name in their narrative. Parents just want to see the first name. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is to pick the pronouns so that you can use them later in your template for your Word document. There is a big need for he, she, and him, her, his, her. So that will just save you time on the back end to making things easier. The other thing that you're going to do is create drop down menus for the ATL skills that you would like to address. This trimester, the eighth grade used self-management was one of ours. And so the kids came through here and picked which one that they felt they did great. And then they also did one that they feel like they need to improve. So we definitely had the positive with the negative. When they came in here and they put in the reason why that they picked this, that they felt that they needed to improve on, then they also had an action plan. So they may need some examples of this on how or why this is their strength and how or why they plan to improve it. A lot of the kids have trouble just coming up with that on their own. So Ms. Hoffman came up with this great thing that says communication, and it's best because whatever you pick, maybe these are some examples the kids could use. Then when you get to communication on why you need to improve, here are some others. So it gives the kids a good brain start for what they need to be doing, but then they can also come up with their own at any time. So what you're going to do is after the students finish this Google form, you're going to export the information. So I'm now going to take you to the Google form that we use so that you can see exactly how it's used. The first thing that you're going to need to do. So this is in the look of what it looks like when it's your Google form. So you're going to go to the responses. You can look at them individually or in a summary. Over here, there's this little tab, and you're going to click it, and you want to download it to a CVS file. Now, once this is done, it's going to come up, and it's going to be right here. Now, I have this one titled ATL Narratives. I also want to make sure that this is saved on my desktop. So then whenever I go to my desktop, I can just click on this and I can manipulate it. Now, what I mean by manipulating it is you're not going to want to use something like the timestamp because that doesn't matter. So you just want to delete those. Then you want to keep these things. Now, what I went through and did, because I'll show you in a minute how it makes it easier, is I just changed these titles so that it would be easy for me later on. So I just changed this to self-management, and this is why, and so on and so forth. So you can definitely do that. It just makes it easier, and I'll show you why in a second. You can also go through here, and if you wanted to put these in order by their advisor so that you could have them all chunked together, you can. You can put them in order by first name, last name, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so now you have this done. And again, you want to just go through there and change that. You're going to save it all that you need. What you're going to do next is you're going to open a Word document. And from this Word document, you need to go to mailings. You're going to start a mail merge. Basically, you're merging the information that you have into the letter that you're going to create. You go to letters, and then you will be able to freely type here. Ta-da, the magic of technology. We have went ahead and created our first paragraph together so that it is all the same. And then underneath here, we began with all of the things that we know we're going to put in there. So now you have to go and get the data. The way to go and get the data is to go back to mailings, hit select recipients, use existing list. And this is where you're going to go back to the desktop and pick your ATL. Now the magic of this is right here, I know that I'm going to put first name. So I go into insert field and there it is, name first. I just plugged it in. These have already been done, but you could put anything in here and say he, she is great at whatever the case is. So then you want to go back after you write it, and that's where you want to put the he, she. You go to insert fields, you find the he, she, and you click on it. And then now it's going to be merged. Once you have completely done this part, which is just basically setting up a template, you're going to go up here to this button right here and it says finish and merge. You're going to finish and merge, edit individual documents. Done, then all of your information will be put on different documents for you to read. At this point in time, you can go through and make any little errors, have them work out well. I hope this helps you a lot and that you are able to get your narratives done in a quicker and more efficient way. Thank you.